Plants and trees are a beautiful thing. And we're at the time when the start of spring has rolled around and all the flowers have bloomed, as you can see behind me. You know, in the Bible, many times, a spiritual man is compared to a tree planted by rivers of water. Psalms 1 being the most common of these examples. But many wonder how. And that's what we're going to explore today. How does a spiritual man compare to a tree? In order to learn what our spiritual tree needs, we're going to look at the needs of an actual tree. Any sort of tree needs three sort of basic essentials, let's say. You've got water, sunlight, and good soil. Water is essential to any living creature on this planet. Throughout the Bible, we are given hints as to where this water is for us, ours for the taking, so that we may grow more in Him. There's the story of the Samaritan woman. She came to Jesus broken. While she was at the well, Jesus met her there, and as I said, her life was in ruins, shattered. And she was at a point when she had hit rock bottom, and she had come to collect water from the well. Jesus said, in a long conversation that he had with her, that he was the source of a never-ending river flowing without cease of living water, and that if we drank from it, we would never thirst again. This is the water which our roots must suck up and use as a nutrient to power through the day, power through our life. Next, light. There's a verse in the Bible which goes, "Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." Yep, you guessed it. This is our verse for light. God's holy word is the light which our leaves will gather and also add to our cocktail of what we're mixing together in order to live a successful Christian life. You know, all these different nutrients that we're talking about, in an actual tree, they're used as parts of a process called photosynthesis, when trees collect nutrients from soil, water, and sunlight and combine them, create them into something called sugar, which they use as their food almost, as for energy. The final ingredient or requirement, necessity of our spiritual tree, we've got soil. The cedars of Lebanon are a very common tree, and they're mentioned many times in the Bible as well. They're very well known for their ability, their uncanny ability to extend their roots down deep into the ground, find a rock, penetrate the rock, and cling to the insides of it, so that when any sort of storm, tempest, or gale comes, they will not be shaken. So they're getting a mixture of fertile and good soil, but at the same time, the tips of their roots are clinging to rock so that they will not be moved in the process of collecting nutrients from their fertile soil. There was a story in the Bible of the man who built his house on the rock and the man who built his house on the sand. The man who built his house on the sand, his end was not pretty. His house was blown away, and I'm guessing that he was as well. But the man who spent decades, maybe, finding a perfect foundation for his home, a rock, and establishing his estate on it, his house was not moved in any sort of tempest or gale. Jesus is the rock of ages, the rock of our salvation, which our roots will cling to, so that we will not be shifted or shaken in times of trials and tribulation. So there you have it. If anyone asks, this is how we compare to spiritual trees. You know, as spring is upon us, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, as you go outside and appreciate the beauty of all sorts of different flowers, plants, bushes, and trees, you can think, this is what I must strive to be, a prosperous tree planted by streams of water, whose leaf shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. Thank you. Like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. See you soon, and leave your Leave your suggestions in the comments for different videos like this. Anything you'd like to hear about. I had fun making this video and I learned a lot. I hope you learned from watching it. Thank you.